Hello? Hello, good morning. Can you hear me? Hello, 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 hello. Chuck McCune. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Hello.
I can hear you, Chuck. I think we're just on hold, but I don't know if your camera is working. It looks like your camera's on, but maybe something's over it.
Yeah, camera's not functional. Sorry.
Well, it's okay. I'm just waiting myself. I'm on here waiting.
Is this Veronica?
No, I'm Adrienne Barboa, just waiting for the meeting to start.
Okay. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning. Rachel Florence just put in the chat. We can hear you, Chuck, but you cannot hear us.
I can hear you now. I can hear you.
You could hear me. I don't
else.
know if we could hear them. Yeah, I don't know either. But I'm here and I could hear you. And they said they can hear you too.
No, I cannot hear you, Rachel.
So wait.
No problem.
Welcome. Okay.
You really like it.
Hello?
I had a lady yesterday sit next to me.
Hello,
Hello?
Commissioner Barboa, are you able to hear us?
No. All right, I go. What was that, ma'am?
Are you able to hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. How about you,
Just
Chuck?
check.
Are you,
I can hear you. It was garbled, but now it's coming in clear.
okay? Okay. All right, we are off the record, but I think we're ready to go back online.
Okay.
Veronica's and Rachel. Okay. It is 9:27. We're back on the record. This is the matter of SC. That's us. All right. SC 2023-003, Quesada versus Barboa. We have now also got one additional board member, Chuck McCune, here via phone or via video from District 2. Chuck, are you still on the line?
I am. Good morning, everyone.
Morning. And Commissioner Barboa, I want to make sure you're still able to hear us. Are you present? Here, I see you on the video. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Great. Oh, good. Thank you. I apologize. We've had to take this time. Okay. I think we have everyone who, I guess, are there any attendees other than Commissioner Barboa and board member McCune who are here via the Teams? It looks like there's a few people. Kelly Gallegos, can you by yourself? Can you hear us?
Ms. Gallegos?
Are there any other attendees by the Teams process besides Commissioner Barboa and member McCune? All right. We're going to go ahead and begin the preliminary hearing, which includes statements from the complainant first and then the respondent, and possibly a closed session and board action today on the complaint, followed by adjournment at 10:30. Mr. Complainant, we have received this word complaint. I'm going to give a few more instructions, but there'll be 10 minutes to speak in support of the complaint. And then respondent, you'll have 10 minutes to make a statement in response. On request, if either of you feels there's something important that needs to be addressed, I'll allow 5 minutes for rebuttal. You don't have to use all the time you have. Our purpose here today is to follow the procedure for, preliminary hearings under the code and its accompanying regulations. And so in accordance with those rules, please limit your presentations to discussion of whether the complaint contains sufficient factual allegations to support a finding of a violation of the ordinance. Importantly, this is not a time for testimony or argument about the accuracy of the facts that are alleged in the complaint. And also in your statement, each of you, please indicate your desired outcome for today's hearing. Statements must be given under oath and may be subject to questions from board members. The New Mexico Rules of Evidence and Rules of Civil Procedure will not apply in this proceeding. Following the hearing, the board may elect to go into closed session or following the presentations to deliberate the facts and legal issues. Because each of you is self-represented, can I put each of you under oath, beginning with Commissioner Quesada? Commissioner Quesada, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the statements you're about to give will be the truth, to the best of your knowledge, under the penalty of perjury?
I do.
And I'll go ahead with you, Commissioner Barboa. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the statements you're about to give will be the truth, to the best of your knowledge, under penalty of perjury?
I do.
Thank you. Let the record reflect that the following unrepresented named parties are now under oath: Commissioner Stephen Michael Quesada and Commissioner Adrian Barboa. All right, Mr. Complainant, you may proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. As you know, I submitted the packet with everything in it. It is pretty clear, cut and dry. You also have the minutes of the meeting where that kind of moved this whole ethics complaint forward. As you can see on page 48 through 50 is I think the actual transcript where we were discussing whether first of all, that you could pass a resolution that would supersede an ordinance. And so that was called into question. At that point, we had only had one legal opinion, which was the counsel for Bernalillo County. And since then, we've gotten two more different legal opinions. One from the AG's office stating that you cannot pass a resolution to supersede an ordinance. A resolution is strictly a what we call a wish, something we would hope that Bernalillo County would do, and an ordinance, as you know, is law. So I questioned these on this particular meeting, and they went ahead and passed the resolution anyway. So within that dialogue, my question was, did you at any point participate in the job description before you passed this resolution? As you can read in the transcript, that was denied, saying, no, I have not. At this point, because I wanted to go through this process for transparency, I have not to this point been involved at all in the job description or anything to do with the DCM of the behavioral health. So I IPRA emails. So I did an IPRA request. And in your packet, you will see that they were involved in this particular job hiring process, which is, in my opinion, not anybody's purview. You couldn't even get 5 commissioners to vote on a resolution to overturn an ordinance. So with that being said, I went back, and as you can see in your packet, I did get emails showing that Commissioner Barboa did in fact submit job descriptions for this particular county manager, which was done before they passed the resolution. You can see that in the email. So for me, it's very cut and dry. I stand on this based on the fact that this is not how we are supposed to conduct business as elected officials. We are not purview to running the county. That is the job of the CEO. The CEO is the county manager, and we are board members. There is a process to be involved, as you know, through public participation. That is why we have meetings in order to discuss whether we're going to hire somebody or not hire somebody, or we want to bring forward in front of a public forum that maybe we could look at what qualifications we're looking for or whatnot. But these are not supposed to be done by commissioners in closed doors. So the 2 legal opinions I did get do support me, and as well as you'll see in the packet, I was supported by the League of Women Voters, also asking for this commission not to move forward in doing stuff that is not in compliance with our ordinance. So it's pretty cut and dry for me. I just wanted to make my statement publicly, and that is why I'm here. I am not here to be punitive in any other way other than we cannot allow a commission to step outside the box of the rules that are in place. I get it. Sometimes I don't want to have to deal with the rules either. The rules are the rules. We have to abide by them, and we have to function within these ordinances. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Commissioner Barboa, respondent. Here.
No, we can't hear you.
I'm
Thank
afraid-
you, Madam Chair and
Thank you.
members of the of the Ethics Committee. Yes, I want to thank you for the time today. Since the change in leadership, so I want to tell pieces that since the change in leadership at the CARES campus, which was our behavioral health director, constituents and local providers had been reaching out to me about when will the job be posted. I asked even before the emails that Commissioner Quesada presents, I asked for when is this job description going to be posted? I didn't get responses from the county manager. My communications have always been with the county manager. And then I eventually got the answer that they won't be on our public portal for job opportunities because she was going to be using a recruitment firm as she had done in the hiring of the warden. So I was okay, I waited for that. And then the county manager, I said, well, there are people interested locally and they're reaching out to me. What should I do? The county manager informed me. She said, just send them to me and I'll get them in. These are people I do not know. I don't have personal relationships with. They know that I'm working on behavioral health and they reached out to me. I might know them in a totally that they are behavioral health provider, and that's what I am really focused on at the county. But I don't have any personal relationships and was not trying to get them an interview. They had asked me how they apply, and I asked my communications with the county manager. She told me, send them to me and we'll make sure we'll get them in, was her words. So since then, all of my communications have been with the county manager in trying to shape, which now the county commission, this budget session, passed a first-time whole brand new deputy county manager position that I believe is going to be the highest paid position. It's now set at $190,000 a year. It's a brand new position. And this position was created out of need for the lack of using our behavioral health dollars in a way that meets the needs of our communities on the streets and the public health crisis in our city and county. So yes, I then proceeded to every step of the way. County manager invited me into a process. When I learned that I could actually get voted in to be a liaison to the process from our attorney, Ken Martinez, I then went to Kenny Martinez, I went to our commissioners, and I was voted in as an official liaison. The entire time, the county manager in her position said, oh, we don't have to vote this through. We don't have to do this. Her communications with me, you could just be a part of it. I want you to be close to this work. And I still proceeded. I thanked her. I had been working with her and continued to work with her to this day. But I proceeded to get officially voted in on the day Commissioner Quesada relates to. So I understand this is a preliminary hearing. I haven't had opportunity to hire legal counsel at this point, just due to my lack of capacity. But I will be ready and in here to be in front of this ethics committee. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Quesada, do you have any comments of a rebuttal type.
Yeah, I do. And I didn't want to bring that up because it wasn't part of this, but since she brought it up, in the email, it was actually a submission of what the job description should be. It's not even about who's applying or any of that. If you look at the email, it says, we have made changes to the job description and we have submitted it to you. And point number 2, I have met with the county manager. She told me she did not invite anybody. She never does that. She's the CEO. She was told by commissioners that they wanted this to happen. And of course, she agreed because they're her boss. And so if we do move forward with this hearing, we will bring in witnesses to discredit that statement. Thank you, Madam Chair.
All right, thank you. At this point,
Do I get to rebut that?
yes, if you have something you'd like to add, please do.
Yeah, I just wanted to directly address that the county manager has invited me into these conversations. Those edits that we made to the and suggestions, it wasn't edits, it's suggestions to the job description were made because the county manager asked me to do those. So these are communications I've had a county manager. She's told me that she would say that publicly as well. And I hadn't, no other commissioners had been involved in this conversation before this. I ran as on my campaign to really dive into the behavioral health work, and that's what I am doing and will continue to do. Thank you.
All right, thank you. At this point, is there a motion from a member of the board to go into closed session?
So move, Robert, you said District 5. Second.
All right. And specifically, I want to make sure we have complied with the requirements for this. There's language, and I can read it.
I, Robert Edwin Juice Jr., move to close the session for the purpose of deliberations in connection with administrative ejection proceeding held by the public body for discussion of this matter, SC2023, pursuant to 10-15-1 H3.
Chuck McCune, second.
Come on, pronunciation, just
And our second.
You said the right.
McCune,
Member
second.
Jeffries? All right, thank you. And for this, I will do a roll call vote. And so please state your name and whether you vote yay, nay, or abstain from the motion that's on the table to go into closed session. District 1. As a reminder, District 1 is Mr. Jeffries, Member Jeffries.
Yes, yay. Aye.
Okay.
Yes.
District 2, Chuck McCune.
Chuck McCune, yes.
Right. District 3, I'm in favor. District 4
Yes.
and
Right.
District 5.
Yes.
All right. Motion carried. I'll ask at this point that all board members retreat to the confidential conference room, and we're now off the record. It is 9:44. Peter's right. Whoa.
Do we want
You're
to?
asking the wrong guy.
Why do we want to?
It's called the copy of
I'm
all the
taking mine.
documents. Okay.
Just turned it on.
That's you turning this up. Okay.
That's allowed.
Rachel, do you want really should go into?
I did.
Come back. Sorry, this.
Unfortunate, man.
Yeah, I was wondering, do you guys have an extra packet or?
Yeah, sure. We could email.
The packets are on,
Are they on the agenda?
they should be.
Just email her
Let
the
me-
packet.
Yeah, let me just, I can actually send you a
Oh,
link, because I just put it on.
I'm an actor. Maybe I should have gone into character, maybe. Just, I just felt that even with the comment about counting the money, asking, she can't. Right, why not? We should do,
Sure.
we could go to a commission and say, hey, I want you. This would be.
Yeah, right.
I'll see. What the chair.
Right, now.
Just.
So you're not invited into a private meeting?
And I get that.
Okay, so,
Oh, sure, is the agenda
It's
packet?
in corner.
Oh, okay.
And it's all in there?
Thank you.
it's all,
Oh, okay, cool. It's not with it.
Just leave it.
Yeah, the checks in that.
Okay,
Yeah,
I think just leave is what it allows me to do.
Everybody stays within. I get it. This. Shut yourself down.
I'm Elena Metzinger. My A and my last name is MENZINGER at abqjournal.com. So I've been at the Journal a little over a year, but I started on the business desk and I only moved over to City Council and County Commission
This is the thing.
a couple months ago.
I think this is the thing.
This is harder, you know, I really felt like I wanted to be
Ciao.
pushed and challenged a little
Where you
bit.
from?
I'm from Phoenix, so
Okay.
Yeah.
Neighbor.
yeah, not too far. I'd actually never been to New Mexico though before I moved here.
A little cooler.
Yeah, definitely. I went back home in August and it was just,
I was performing at the comedy club at Scottsdale. Months ago.
oh, it was horrible.
Usually I walk off stage and I go outside and cool down. I didn't.
Yeah, no.
They got
Probably
nine.
warmer
It
outside.
was. I turned around, right back in. Oh my God. So my nephew's there and he loves it, you know. There's people who just like that. They're good with that. We like heat too.
Yeah.
We get pretty good heat.
I do like warm weather, but it can be too much.
I like the 3 months of winter just to remind me that I'm on a farm. You know, there's nature out there, you know, constantly.
I like the snow, but I don't really, you know, fall is a little bit depressing for me.
Does it?
It's too rainy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I'm used to, I was born and raised in Phoenix, so
yeah.
I'm used to sun
Oh,
every single day.
energized. Yeah, I get it. Even when I like, if I get up and it's cloudy, it's really hard.
Right. Yeah, that's what I felt.
One time, and then I love to play golf, so if I actually have time to do anything, it's sad, it's cloudy.
Okay, golf when it's cloudy?
Yeah, I mean, but in the winters, I can't, you know, so like, what I'm talking about, like in Arizona, you golf all year.
Oh,
Florida, or you golf all year, you know, it's cloudy, but nice to go during the winter if it's cloudy. Or
Yeah.
windy, and that's what we get.
the wind is awful.
Yeah, wind,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what we
Yeah.
get. I think that's our downfall more than anything. but you know.
It's nice. I like it. You get all 4 seasons, but it's not too much.
Opportunity, job growth, industry. With this, film industries are growing. Just gotta get out of the strike. The writers are close.
Yeah,
What
wrapping up.
does a
wrapping up.
tentative deal actually really mean,
Someone could still pull out.
That's what
Like,
I-
yeah.
Like tentatively, we agree, but
But they can,
they could try to amend it
Pull that
at
hand
the
back
last
to us.
second and then people pull out. Cause I don't even think that us actors are close.
you
I
know,
don't think we're gonna be worth it. So blessed that I can use. That's what I first.
did you have any things that you were working on?
Well, we
Got
had,
stopped
yeah,
in
we
the
had
military?
some stuff. I lost 3 movies because of COVID. They didn't come back. One, I really wanted to do a shoot for the Rico. So excited to do that. That's gone. There was a couple of projects that were slated to do the situation. By the way, strike us, we can't even discuss it. And I got like 2 cool movies coming out this year, but I can't advertise them because against
Oh, yeah, against the strike rules.
their right rules.
Yeah.
So I can't say, oh, this is a great movie, you guys will see it. I can't do it. It's hard. That's your career.
Right.
But I have good friends that wrote for the Journal for whatever. I even worked with one of them. We like together. We worked. For all
He must have been there
that.
before.
Way. He's been retired for a while. He's in Japan,
Oh, wow.
hanging out with his son for a couple of months. We're writing. You know who Rodolfo Nine is? Writer.
The name is really familiar.
He was a wrestling Pokemon. He's very
Okay.
famous in Mexico. Wrote this really cute children. You know that? book?
Yeah, actually, I used to teach preschool.
Okay, cool.
I-
So, yeah, it's a
yeah.
great book. Then.
Yeah.
So we want to make that into a movie.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
So I'm talking with Bob Odenkirk. Bob's like, I'm gonna help you. Help this. This is a brilliant idea. My name out of it should be all Latino.
Sure.
It should be all Latino thing, Bob says. So I'm so happy. It's really good. That's how I started.
It's journalism.
Well, yeah, for that, and then we started writing for Saturday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because
That's a
he's a
huge
writer, but then he's also, and most writers are just journal, it's not for writers. You know what I mean? They're writers, they like to write, so they're creative. You have to be creative, plus you have to take some on the word. Which makes it.
You know,
How does that- how does-
more
how does
and
that
now,
work?
they're like, we need to pull the paper, right, as long as you
Oh,
want.
so they do that?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
No, we're pretty
How
low
does
on
that
staff
work?
right
How
now.
does that work? Like,
Yeah, when I first started,
Oh, they have so
they
many
were
books.
like, yeah, you only have some inches that you can fill, and then, lately now it's been,
write it.
please write long. Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Well, that's editors and stuff do that. So you really go slow.
yeah.
Owned by Santa Fe.
No, we print up there, but we're still owned by the Lane family,
The
just
same
own the
owner.
paper
Okay,
forever.
so that was misinformation. So,
Yeah, I think, well, we were printing, there's still a printing press in the building,
okay.
in Journal Center. And we were printing there and then ended up having to move printing to the new Max.
So you don't.
No, there's still a print edition, but it's printed up in Santa Fe and brought back down
Yeah.
to Albuquerque. I guess it's cheap.
I guess everybody
that
does
way.
it online. I know that's where
Yeah,
we do it. My wife reads it in the morning. She'll send me things like.
yeah, we're trying to move more online, but still have a lot of people who like print and print all
Oh,
really.
yeah, the old folks.
Yeah.
They want their paper.
Oh, and if they don't get it,
Oh,
they'll be mad.
well, of course they do, because they don't wanna have, my mom's 90. She does have an iPad. She does. It's really driving things, it's like text and stuff.
Yeah.
Or she learns how to do emoji, so she'll put like an emoji, awesome. You know, so she's learning, but she still wants to do it.
Right.
That's not. Yeah, nothing. That's what she was.
Yeah. On our website's not always the easiest to be
well,
honest.
no, yeah, I think technology is still in the beginning stages. And despite how advanced it is, it's still really. I look at this meeting, every day going. You just couldn't.
I was worried I was late and then.
No, well, yeah, they couldn't get on. Well, but it seems like it always messes up with the actually. Maybe it works.
Right, when you're running
And
late,
then my
they're
agent
trying
or
to,
somebody,
yeah.
hey, you just send this email and respond to this email. Send, I keep going to them, say, you know, that, I know, so it's not working, it's like, why is it giving us a problem now? That's what I find. That counts. My nephew has his Tesla.
Oh,
I want to be
in Phoenix.
Phoenix. We're driving on the freeway. Daughter's in the back. And he's not driving the car. I go, sitting there anymore. Please drive the car.
Couldn't do that.
And he's like this. He's talking to his daughter like this. And I go, you know, just for me, just put it on drive. You drive race. You know, I can see you're sitting there in the back seat. You're just sitting there. Why not drive the car? I don't understand. You don't want to drive the car. I'm worried about it.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever let go, you know?
I thought, you know, I'll be down with it.
No, I just got a new car. I had driven like a 2007 Honda Civic forever.
Yeah.
And then, sister totaled it, so I bought a new one and there was like too many features. And I would like move you and keep you in the lane and stuff like that. And I ended up turning. I just not used to driving like that.
My Jeep shuts the engine on at that stoplight.
Does that freak you out?
I have to push the button, but you have to push the button every time you start.
Really?
You can't like put it permanently programmed to not do that. Every time you get in, that was terrible. It shuts the engine off and it shuts off the air conditioner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, they didn't think that through. Yeah, that's what, it's a 2018, so it's not a big one. That's the only feature I don't like.
Yeah.
I mean, how much is that?
So you found that? Yeah.
I just don't know. I wouldn't, you know, I mean, over maybe your lifetime, it might be something significant, but probably not, you know,
I'm not really sure.
not as long as you own the car. I don't think it would. Other than that, that's the only thing I have on my. But it is connected to my phone. That stuff don't work. Do phone calls while I'm driving.
That's been nice. Yeah, I really like that.
You have that.
Yeah.
There's some features that are really
Yeah.
helpful and.
The lane assist and the auto brake.
Yes, yeah.
It's like, I feel like I would just like
It's
totally
just-
disengage. Yeah,
See, that's weird.
yeah.
Some
I didn't
things
think it.
take-
I turned it off.
It's not taking over my car while I'm driving.
And I wanna be, I wanna be focused and I wanna be,
I've survived this long without going into somebody's lane.
yeah.
I'm really, I think I have that down. For her to get, she's gotta get a full-time, I'm done in a year.
That's what I was,
Yeah.
and I'm the one position, I've left it,
Oh, you have.
so, but.
Yeah.
For slightly months.
Plus you want to do something new. Yeah, I agree with that. We're always expanding. I love that. That's good. Good for you. Congratulations.
We were.
Yeah. You have to trust, there's other people to trust. But I told her, I have a job. Oh, I'm going back to career. I have a year left. I work all the 2 months. I'm always working. I constantly work. I never have days off. If it's my day off, I'm in the airport getting home. Is that really a day off? I don't know if you can actually count that as a day off. And so, we're done here. Just want to make sure I left it better than I got it. That's what I'm trying to do. Especially my district.
You can walk, that's just. Next to that whole Walmart center and the car wash and everything. That's just like
You see up by 98 now, all the new jobs and buildings that we're bringing
And
in.
they're very nice. The presentation is very
Well,
inviting.
that's what's cool about what Bernalillo County has done through the ordinance. Yes, right? We're just gonna allow you to develop without putting all the other bells and, because they used to just do that in our district. They just build a bare minimum.
When I used to work with this,
Okay.
so when you went up to 98.
Oh, okay, it's not, it's just A, not Elena. So A meant singer.
Oh, that's totally.
Yeah.
They are at 8.
Yes. It's like restaurants, we want. Like, live up there, that's like. And, but a lot of this is city, that won't part of it. Right? Yes. The houses are already in there, it's all, they're bigger already. And we just want them all. So our homes have more value on top of that.
Well, I'm not.
Yeah. Oh, is there- Oh, yeah, going. Oh, yeah.
I miss that. And all the.
And Chico has, we feel the same one. West Central is look the same. I'm 60 years old. Just look the same. That's what I'm saying. So it's look the exact same. Oh. And from the housing.
That, yeah, I agree that you're gonna see.
But we got good stuff coming in
What else is?
on 98 now, like the Waterbury coming in. One of those Federicos they're putting out, the one that's down there. Right by the river on Central, the building one up there. I would really, we're really pushing for like maybe a Chili's or.
More
we don't-
family.
Well, yeah, I mean, we don't need a high, we don't need, we don't need a part all, but just, they act like we don't have expendable income up there. We don't, like the Lowe's pulled out, they were gonna do a Lowe's right there at the Hunter Crossing, where they put the Divine Fitness there. That stuff that's called Hunter Crossing, they were supposed to go Lowe's in there, but the people who don't even live on our side of town that live over there fought against it.
Well, they
And
put
we're like, why are you over here in our neighborhood fighting against what we need?
they put that shoes.
Yeah,
That was
it is packed.
Use-
I went by there yesterday, I go, this place is.
But the grocery store. Bread and everything. I call it this. It's like Rizzo.
What take a risk, what are the.
How long is it?
Well, it's for like something for her recipes, she couldn't find it at Walmart, she's like, I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna do a Smith, and I go, okay, and I go, I go all the way through and I'll wait in the parking lot for you.
That's scary.
But if you go in, they have like good stuff, and that's the sad part, is actually, like their produce is pretty good, and I'm like, wow, the produce is nice.
I wouldn't know, just.
It's not a constitution. Yeah, like it's.
The inside of the store is nice, it's just.
It's a drug problem, or it's not a problem, man. That's why where you're going, you're gonna find that the behavioral health issue is really related to drug abuse for the most part. It's battling. Yeah.
Oh, we're on this.
One of my best friends died. He's one of the funniest comedians that would come out of this state. I loved him so much. And when I met him and said, yeah, man, you come with me and I give you my future act and I exposed him a time in the industry. I go, you gotta look at this guy. He's fun. He's fun. He is so dirty to me. I was trying to mold him into like
Not so fun.
yeah, because you're funny. You don't have to, Richard Pryor did that, is what I was trying to explain to him. Richard Pryor did all that, that's done. Do what's real to you. But he was so funny that he couldn't help himself. But, he just ended up with some behavioral health issues and then he called me and I go, where are you? I'm gonna go get you. I'm not gonna tell you where. Well, I need you. What are you doing? Well, you have daughters, Drugs are just a whole.
So they let you know. Something.
Thinking that that's where they should go. Yeah. So hard. That's why I said last night, there's no paper. Last night's meeting, I said, no. For us to figure out what pencils and pens, what part of the house.
Well, and I think
Because
it's,
that's not, if your argument is, it's gonna help us with the homeless. And I'm for it, but you have to prove that to me first. Before you make a statement.
well, I think it's.
Well,
People were.
oh my God, well, what, because that's what we are.
They know.
Yeah. Yeah, so you start looking.
So you
over.
come back. It's. So.
Yeah.
And it's.
But then we have to work with the rule, right? So the Constitution is our main rule. And the Constitution, we violate constitutional rights.
That's never happened. That never happened with us, I think, right? Yeah.
You can find those online
Okay.
if that's.
Oh,
Same like.
Okay, I don't,
There was a letter.
oh, okay, yeah.
It's a letter of Commissioner on law. Didn't move on.
Okay, okay.
We do have a problem with the solution. Because again, we gotta work with the rules that we have. I get it. Some people you need to talk about. We do know that growing up with people we know. A little bit tough love, they might have went with it wrong. Sometimes you got to help you when you're gonna get in this
Well, that's the
program.
thing.
We're gonna eventually get into this. But we can't be against the. If they tell you, I got me good, because you know, up there on that Starbucks on 98. So when I have meetings, I'll meet that. It's always a moment. Sitting in the outside panel. No, this isn't, I didn't ask them. But this, you know, so a couple of times I was like, hey man, you hungry? Can I get you a sandwich? What I'll do is, that's my end. I'll say, I can make a phone call. Have somebody here in 10 minutes. I'll help you, guide you, you know, with treatment, or if it's medication you need, or, you know, with health issues. I'm not an expert in it, but I could have somebody come here and start helping you. And one time they said, yeah, I made a call. It came. And I called the counselor because she knew someone in the city, because I was in the city. And well, like, I don't know, like 2 months later, I just said, get you sandwich, get you water. I know you don't know me, but I have to make a call. But then I said, why are you trying to change me? And I go, well, I'm not trying to change you, man. He goes, yeah, you are. Because you're trying to put me back in that system. Yeah. You know, and he just like laid it out for me. And I went, you have a good day, man. You know, because you're right. I mean, who am I to assume that you're not happy or that you're miserable or that you didn't choose this? Right? Because we just assume that they don't choose that. I mean, I think very few do. That particular for me, this is where I want to be. I don't owe nobody nothing. I don't owe anybody. This awful system and this was awful. And I'm like, dude, you're right there. Have a good day. I will give my money for it. I'm gonna give you a couple of my drugs with it. But you know, some people they just are who they are. Which is weird. You know what I mean? I guess because we were taught that's not the path. There should be a path to that. The opposite is the path. Some people maybe they've had enough, and I don't know what traumatic things that happened to him, even being in the system, what had happened. He was very adamant that he wasn't going to get back into that system. And we don't have enough facilities. I don't get that. We don't have enough.
Because it kind of has gone away.
They've got like, they had like 30 people staying there. They had 50 beds set up, women only, and they've been having people go through. But I haven't been able to get
Most of it.
I haven't gotten the asbestos remediations.
Oh, they did.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so they've been,
What was the cost?
it was like,
Well, that's not as bad as I thought it would be.
I
thought it was gonna
total
cost as
cost
much
of
as
the
the
project
building
is.
Get the asbestos out of that building. Because that building has failed how many times in our lifetime that we've been here.
They would
They open it up and then they open it up and do something else.
just,
Brandon Commissioner, Brandon. Can't get them. They're not there. Maybe we should put a facility down in the industrial area where they like to be there and attract them to that for whatever reason. Oh no, we're gonna bus. I tried to extend the bus route to South Valley to Joy Junction. Because the bus stops like a half hour, or a half a mile before it gets to Joy Junction. So these people have to walk down a half mile to get to their homes out there. And city said, yeah, we'll do it. Up to county $1 million more a year. I go, $1 million more a year to go a half a mile. So now that they're redoing this whole metro thing, this whole conversation, I got them, I said, can I get a half a mile? Could you add a half a mile? I go, that's your ask? I go, yeah, that's my ask. I go, you're the experts on busing and transit. I'm not an expert. All I'm telling you is I'm advocating for my constituents. I have a large constituent of homeless people living in homes, and you have to walk a half a mile to get to a bus. That's what I'm advocating.
Well, I didn't know.
Yeah.
It's not a friendly pass.
No.
It has to be just
Oh, yeah.
it's, I mean, it's a destiny.
I don't think people realize how many emails my district has. Were medical aid. I think they upper hand product that we have. And it's really not the big stuff, it's structure. Lighting, lighting.
Sidewalks. Well, the thing that I've been neglected long and unanswered. That is like a big little lie
It's just big.
for an entire district.
That's right.
But it's bathrooms that
Now they're starting to with that person. I'm concerned about it. Why I'm doing that. Cannot do. I hate for our constituents. That's what I believe in, that's the ultimate truth. What I told them when I knocked on my door. Not here to coach you up. Follow you up. It's not my purview. That's why you protected these ways. This ship saved. And
I've never done one of these hearings before. I've never sat in on one or covered one. How was it?
they,
debating them now.
yeah, because what they do is obviously they look at the companies versus what. And then for example, commission. They're quite volatile. Sometimes people just find out. But we need a, because our hands are provided all that, they can go into this position and make a decision and they will take.
So we have our decision.
You can more than likely, they kind of. But, and then the written form will come. The 90 days, because you have 90 days. Plain time, days. And then also to share. But there's never. So that 3 days. But that 90 days, for example, we have. And then it was. More. for the 90 days.
Most fun.
Yeah, it goes there really fast. But yeah, in most likely, even if it doesn't go in. But if there's not enough. Then it goes. Schedule. It's different, for example. On is covered. So she opened it more for them. So the great problem.
Everyone disappeared. I think it's charitable, but if I would go in there, my first. The county manager tries to can't go to. Trying to say, I want you to be involved in that, so without the blessing and blessing. Either. Or.
And it's just up to the board and need. And what, and how he interprets. And how it's. Just ensure the product.
I did talk to you. Super, it's the right, or that they don't want to get involved in.
Right, and then the board considers, okay, other legislation and agencies,
Yeah.
how that.
How does the volunteer work?
Each, it's funny because people are like, how do they get chosen? So each commissioner picks them. Okay. To be a member and.
So what I did was, me personally, I picked somebody that I didn't know at all. So they all submitted to me saying, hey, I have interest to sit on the ethics board. I said,
Right.
I want somebody, so in case I have to go in front of the ethics board and do something, I have to go. This guy doesn't have no commitment to me. He's just gonna make a ruling based on just the law and the things that he has to make his decision. I don't want to have any kind of other people, like be my friend, I like him, so I have no contact with him. All my appointments I treat the same, not even just that. Rarely, sometimes the arts board, the conference is.
You're in charge of your. No, I am not. See, thank you, Josh. He's a kid. Let him be a kid. Don't shop. Yeah, it's not appropriate, but he's a kid. If they recorded everything I did wrong as a kid.
Send me a note.
Yeah.
All right, Ms. Barbeau, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Is everyone ready to go back on the record?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. It is 10:25. We're back on the record. Let the minutes reflect that the matters discussed in the closed meeting were limited only to those specified in the motion or notice for closure and no action was taken. Are there any motions with respect to the action item on the agenda, which is the complaint?
Yes, I believe I have four.
Can everyone hear me? This is Chuck.
I believe I have.
Thank you, Chuck. Right, we had a little bit of interference. Please go ahead.
And this is my motion, and insofar as I'm inarticulate in stating it as the first meeting I've gone to, please amend it as I do so. As the request for an amendment, that's of the rules, that's outside of our jurisdiction, and we cannot.
Recommend changes.
We cannot recommend changes.
We can.
We can recommend changes, but we can't amend. There will be evidentiary hearing pursuant to the regulations. I understand it has to go out 10 days before whenever the hearing is scheduled, and will be an attempt to do so by December. And so far, as we can make so far as we can seek any changes in the rules or whatnot, we can make recommendations. That's about, that is it, the lack of our jurisdiction. And lastly, we can make suggestions, and we may do so. But anybody have any corrections to that motion? Open to.
We haven't, thank you. I don't think the motion addresses the complaint to the extent there would be any request to overturn the resolution by the commission.
Oh,
Which
that,
we don't
I'm
have.
sorry.
Also don't have.
Most definitely do not. Yes, I agree.
So you propose that would be dismissed, that aspect of the.
That aspect be dismissed.
I would just note before we go further on the motion, that there is a process underway. We already had identified the need to make changes to the code to toughen it up. And so we have a subcommittee that is working on that. Later today, we won't get to that in this meeting, but we will certainly add, the motion, I think, would be that we would certainly add the proposed changes by Commissioner Quesada to that process, that deliberation.
And I accept what Martha suggested, and I move, so moved. Well, is there a second? Second.
All right, a second. Aye. Okay. And your motion contemplates also actually the process of setting the evidentiary hearing on the merits.
That's correct.
Okay.
I said what I stated, at least what I think are the conditions, 10 days before the hearing.
Right. Okay.
So
And is that subject to your second? Thank you. Any discussion or any further amendments to this motion? Right? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And Chuck, are you in favor?
Chuck, somebody had a telephone.
Yes, yeah, I was muted, sorry. Yes, I'm in favor.
Okay. Any opposed? Right, so that motion carries. Between now and the order that sets this evidentiary hearing, we wanted to point out that there is a process for resolution under the code. And of course, if that process yields fruit, that'll affect whether or not we proceed with the evidentiary. It's called a consent order and settlement process under the terms of the code. All right. I think in view of the time, since we need to be out of here, I would entertain a motion to table the remaining items, which are action items 8, 9, 10, 11, and suggest that also we schedule the next, well, I guess we don't have our administrative assistant to schedule the next meeting.
Madam Chair, if I may speak,
Yes,
the person in my vacancy in my stead will be Rita Martinez,
okay,
and she will be filling in the interim. She can work with herself.
thank you. Okay, let me change my request for a motion. Council suggests that we probably should act on the action item number 8 with regard to fiscal year 23 fourth quarterly report. all of you received that. It's pretty straightforward because during that quarter, we did not have any actions. And just in order for things to proceed the way they're supposed to, can I have a motion to approve? So moved. Thank you, Mr. Hi. Thanks for the second, Mr. Jeffries. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, so that,
Chuck.
thank you, Chuck. That motion carries. With the exception then of that, I would entertain a motion that the action items 9, 10, 11, and 12, with the understanding we'll work through Rita to schedule our next meeting, be tabled.
So.
Okay, Kai. And is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Aye.
All right, so that motion carries. Is there a motion to adjourn? Second. Great. All in favor? Aye. Great.
Aye.
We are adjourned and we're off the record at 10:32 a.m. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
I just have. Says, excluding meeting subjects to the attorney-client privilege, that you're pending litigation, like, is that just general litigation? Or something?
You're the next song.
I did great.
Oh.
That's Veronica.
So you said that last night. I looked at it, she looked at it.
That was you.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry I didn't get it to you sooner. Martha, I had to exchange Martha, so it took me time to get the meeting, but.
Yeah, and I wasn't here, so I looked at every word. It makes sense. We had a county contract that was, had a city template.
Really?
And it.
You got this going.
You know.
How many people didn't notice it?
Yeah.
I was the only one.
Oh,
Some of yours.
I'm the same way. I'm like real detail oriented too. So I appreciate that about you.
They were terrible.
Yeah.
They were so,
So I guess
and,
maybe we should. talk
and I
about
was
things
way
we
too
need
generous. They were
ability.
so
Are
inexperienced.
there any times that you're not available next time?
So I was at Thanksgiving.
Let me
At the two-day meeting.
try to identify availability for this next meeting.
Your availability is probably not.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just go off of your calendar.
So you are,
Um,
right?
Email me a few dates. I have 2 assistants.
We'll figure it out.
I have 2 jobs, so.
Like 19, 20, and 21.
Usually.
21 is a Saturday.
Good, because I'm in Albuquerque Monday afternoons and all day Fridays. But if it works better for other people, other than if it's the governor told me I should be somewhere, I'll try to.
Well, and it might work better for the parties.
So I will be out of town from the 29th until the 4th
September.
of November. So 29th of October.
Yeah, November 25th through December 3rd, I'll be in Sydney, Australia. I will not be here. Speaking of the World College.
Yeah.
Can I make sure?
Watch out for those wallabies.
Eric, do you have any dates you know that you can't be?
January.
Okay.
Anything next month?
No.
Next month is okay.
Right.
Going to Morocco.
That's fun. Everybody.
What's still so.